to IT. It's becoming more of a suburb to Frisco and a suburb to Plano. So it's getting a bit diverse, but not as diverse as you would expect. But it's there. It's there. One thing out here is a lot of new construction houses. There's still room for expansion. So as you can see, this is a plumbing roof, just a completed foundation. This is probably one of the early stages of construction, but yeah, it's a growing community.
So if you had to rate or grade this community,
This particular one, Cambridge Crossing?
From, yeah.
Well, construction in the area, but it's growing, it's expanding. It's part of the expansion in North Dallas, North Texas. This is Celina.
And if you don't mind me asking you, how do you know about this area?
Just research. Looking for places to live, places to raise family in Texas, and we just started searching, and there's one of the communities, one of the areas that popped up in Texas to look, north of Dallas, so Plano and Frisco. Kind of seems like it's getting a bit populated, so we looked a bit further into this area, coming a little further up north. Now looking at Prosper and the Celina area, and voila, we are here.
Wow. Okay. What area are we right now?
So we're in a community called Cambridge Crossing. In Celina, Texas. It's also in a beautiful up-and-coming neighborhood. I think the housing the pricing range is about $600,000 to think about $1 million. It's a really beautiful neighborhood. Still growing, still expanding. I think they're about phase 2 in the development. So it's pretty nice neighborhood.
So in terms of demography, so what's the demography like in this area? Is it pretty much white or black, mixed?
So it's
Indian?
it's not Texas. So of course, from a landowner perspective, it's a very white Caucasian community, but over the years, especially with the influx of folks from California and a lot of individuals who are into IT, it's becoming more of a suburb to Frisco and a suburb to Plano. So it's getting a bit diverse, but not as diverse as you would expect. But it's there. It's there. So it's I would say about 70% Caucasian, but it's that's changing pretty rapidly and pretty fast as individuals are looking for better school districts for their children, and yeah, it's changing a lot.
So pretty much we have 70% are Caucasian, right?
At least 70%.
Okay, African American, African, India.
I don't really know much about African population, but I can tell you for sure what's really driving folks to move out here is a lot of individuals who are in the IT space, kind of living around here just to have that proximity to Frisco, where a lot of companies are moving their corporate headquarters to.
So what's the shopping like for these people living in this area? Like where to buy food stuff? Do you guys have like a mall in this area, or is it outside now?
So again, we are at the last stop on the North Dallas Tollway, and a lot of the shopping for this community is in Prosper. Celina itself hasn't really gotten to that stage, but it is coming. The development plan is to bring an HEB, to bring a Costco. We don't have a Walmart in Celina, but we do have one in Prosper. So it's getting there, and it's getting there really quickly. We have a Kruger pretty close by, but it's also on the border between Celina and Prosper. But I think that would be changing in about a year or two.
Okay.
There's a lot of development going on to bring Costco closer. I think they've already even broken ground for that. They already have the land, and to also bring HEB a bit closer. We do have one on Main Street in Frisco, but the goal is to actually bring one closer to Celina.
Wow. A new construction going on?
Yeah, it's a very common thing out here. There's a lot of new construction houses. There's still room for expansion. So as you can see, this is a plumbing roof, just a completed foundation. This is probably one of the early stages of construction, but yeah, it's a growing community.
So if you had to rate or grade this community,
This particular one, Cambridge Crossing?
From 1 to 10, what will you
Well, because a lot of communities out here look like half completed, I would give this a 9.
9?
I would give this a 9.
Wow. It's a pretty high score though,
Yeah.
high number.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9. Just because look around you. Streets are so spacious. The divide between houses is just the right amount of space. The houses are beautiful. The community is quiet. There's so much greenery. Big on trees. It's well planned. Again, it's one of those master plan communities, and it's only gonna get better as more and more amenities begin to show up. So yeah, I would give it a 9.
So talking about greens, right? Because I think that's very unusual of Texas to be, just to say. Because most Texas lawn, they always kind of like, the land is kind of like dry. Even the lawn are very dry, brownish. But in this area, we see a lot of greens almost everywhere.
Well, that's really not uncommon in North Texas. Again, you gotta realize that you are in Celina, and Celina is a farming community. You used to be a farming community, so that's one of the reasons why you would see a lot of that, and a good amount of land here still, holds true to that fact. It's obviously not planting season right now, but there's still a lot of land that still farming, so you would see a lot of that here in Celina. So that's why you'd see it's pretty much very green in these parts.
So how friendly are the people living in terms of neighbors? How friendly are they? 100%.
Also, a lot of the residents, a lot of people who live here on transplants, so come from different part of the city, different part of the country, so it's a mix of a whole bunch of stuff, right? So yeah, for sure, people are friendly. It's It's pretty.
Dead end.
It's a pretty. Yeah, it's a dead end. Just make a U-turn. So pretty. So far so good. You know. Again, it's Texas, so it's not.
Yeah. One more question. Do they have like Hispanic people around here? Not to your knowledge?
Not really. I don't want to say sadly, unfortunately, but again, just because we realize that.
Can we park and just walk around a little bit?
Yeah. Okay.
What's this place called?
What's it called?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What is it called? What do they call it? Like
Cambridge Crossing.
Oh.
The community is called Cambridge Crossing. This is just a lake.
Wow. So. This is really
I
quiet.
didn't even know this place was here. I didn't even know. I think they also fish here.
Fish?
Yeah. So it's a very.
It's like there's somebody in the middle of the.
Yeah. So it's a very artificial lake, right? That you can see. So it's one of those communities where you can. Well, it's catch on. You got to throw it back in. You can't
Okay. Just for the fun.
Yeah, just for the. It's a recreational fishing, but it's one of those nice communities. You can see the beach, see the chairs. And I think that's what I really appreciate about this community too. There are other larger ones like Windsong Ranch where they actually have a lagoon inside the building, which I think is crazy. So this is a pretty decent sized lake. A lot of our body of water in Dallas is pretty much, artificial, not real, but this is really nice. This is decent. And you can take the kids out here for a stroll. You can walk around. Just clean, fresh, nice.
That's good.